Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. Republicans are so cruel, Democrats claim. They want to cut Medicaid funding. Poor people, women, children, the disabled, the elderly. The mean Republicans want to take away money from Medicaid, and all those people will die. Watch.
Remember the House bill that cut billions of dollars from the Medicaid program? The Republicans in the Senate have decided that bill wasn't cruel enough, so they put in deeper cuts on Medicaid. And just take a minute to think about what that means. It means that 1 in 5 Americans who are getting their health care through Medicaid are going to have to suffer through those cuts. 30 million kids who get their health care from Medicaid, deeper cuts. And for nearly 2 out of 3 seniors in nursing homes who rely on Medicaid to help them pay the nursing home bills, they're going to face cuts. Cuts, cuts, cuts.
Except that's entirely mathematically false. This right here, this, is part of the Senate Republicans' health care plan. If Democrats read it, which I assume they did not based on their factually inaccurate claims, they'd know there are no cuts to Medicaid included in this plan. None. No cuts. In fact, Medicaid funding is going to increase over the next 10 years if this plan is passed. Let's break it down so we can all call out Democrats on their malicious lies. Right now, according to the Congressional Budget Office, we're set to spend $393 billion on Medicaid in 2017. Under the Senate Republicans' plan, that spending would increase from $393 billion to $464 billion over the next 10 years. That's over $70 billion more per year, almost a 20% increase in spending by 2026. Now, either Democrats are very, very poor at math, or, as I suspect, they simply don't care about the truth. Democrats are willing to call Republicans the death party, claim Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts with people's lives, call the tax breaks blood money, and claim 30 million children, the elderly and disabled, will die because of this bill, even though this bill doesn't actually cut Medicaid. Elizabeth Warren says this bill is full of cuts, 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 but Elizabeth Warren is full of lies, lies, lies. The truth of the matter is, Democrats are mad that the rate at which Medicaid spending increases under the Republican plan is slower than the rate of increase under Obamacare. But let me repeat, there are no Medicaid cuts in this bill. Democrats are lying to you. Now, you might have heard Senator Schumer's claim that the bill cuts $772 billion from Medicaid. But you saw the math for yourself. Math doesn't lie, but Democrats do. Let's break down Senator Schumer's shady accounting. Spending for Medicaid is set to increase 18% over the next 10 years if this Republican plan becomes law. If Obamacare is not repealed, spending on Medicaid would increase by 58% over the next decade. That's where Senator Schumer got his number, $772 billion. But that's not money that's currently being spent. Those are projected increases that are predicted to happen in the future that would be slowed by the Republican bill. Senator Schumer's lying to you. See, Medicaid was expanded under Obamacare, but not the way Democrats pretend it was. Medicaid was created originally to help women and children in poverty and the disabled. But under Obamacare, perfectly healthy individuals have been added to the rolls of Medicaid because Democrats want people dependent on government for their health care. And you know what's happened? Disabled people have had to wait in longer lines for health care. Disabled people have died waiting for health care because new healthy people enrolled in Medicaid, the ones Democrats brag about, they get to go first in the line. There are no cuts to Medicaid in the Republican bill, not even one. But Democrats would rather tell you you're going to die to get you to vote for them than tell you the truth. And that's my final point tonight. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.